Hello, hello. It's day 28. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to be using kettlebells today, but of course you do not need to have solely kettlebells. Dumbbells work awesome. As we found out yesterday, even with body weight, you can build quite a lot of heat, quite a lot of heart rate build. So don't get stuck in the fact that you maybe don't have super heavy weight. If you find yourself consistently frustrated, you may look into purchasing some. They are much more available right now. And if you search around, you can find some for low to no, pretty much no shipping cost. So I have my biggest one I'm going to use for squats, and then, or I'm sorry, well, yeah, I think I'll try it with squats and deadlifts. The next one up, I'm going to use for, well, that was going to be my squat weight, so now it'll be my standby because I just sunk myself with a big one. And then the 26ers I'm going to use for halos. So those are going to go around the head like this. If that is not a good idea for you, and I know several of you, it's not, you can do a couple things. You can stay light, hold lightweight, and see just what that feels to go real nice and slow, getting one elbow up, around, and around. Okay, so it's for the core and for the upper middle back. You can also go no weight and just really focus on packing in those hips, finding your stance, the chest tall, and trying to get that big rotation around your head. You can also go a forward bend with a high, wide elbow pull for building that upper back, so holding that core strong. And then we also have a figure 8. So we're going to sit into kind of a mid squat, hips hinge back, and that weight is going to thread through 10 one direction and 10 the other. So we're going to kind of go back and forth, 20 reps, 10 reps. The 10s basically will be when we have two different sides. Oh, one more is the standing oblique crunch. You can use one heavier weight on one side, or if you have equal weights, then we'll just do that hinge, 10 on one side and 10 on the other. All right, so let's go ahead, get a little bit of a warm up first. So I'm going to have you take a wide stance on your mat and hinge over into that right leg. So just drop your hips down, let your heel come off the ground if you need, toes come up on your left side, and then you're going to push up and walk yourself over to that left side. Same thing here, kind of let yourself come up on the heel if you need to, or off of the heel. Toe comes up. We're going to go one more side to side. Walk it over, hunker down, and then walk it over and hunker down. Okay, come up to a center, but it's going to be a wide forward fold. Plant both of your hands. Take a deep inhale, plant into that right hand, and then twist to the left. Try to keep your hips as level as possible. Bring that hand down and then open out to the right. Push into that bottom hand, find traction, and you're rotating through the mid-spine. Again, switch to the other side. Drop and rotate. Perfect. And then just plant your hands and let your head kind of drop more forward toward the ground. You can put some pressure into those hands if you need. And then heel toe your feet toward one another. Hug one leg up into the chest, rotate that ankle. A, we're going to find some balance. B, get that leg stretched a little bit. And then the ankle gets some rotation. Other side. Hug that knee up, find that balance. Chest stays tall. Rotate back and forth. Perfect. All right, let's go 3 reps of everything, and then we're going to get started. So first off, we will end up doing 20 squats. We're going to hit a goblet squat. Just 3 here. Just going to make sure the body's warm for everything that we're going to be doing. Your figure 8s, you're going to find a little mid squat. You'll hold your weight, and there will be a little bit of a hinge and a slide side to side. So you go one way, and then you'll reverse to the other. And here it's really important to keep that core super strong. And we want to keep the back flat. So watch that there's no rounding that happens. Then we'll hit 20 deadlifts, hinging forward, sliding up, forward. I love deadlifts. For as complicated as they are, so good, especially getting those hip flexors open. I think that's what I love about them. Feeling that beautiful opening through the front of the hip flexors, butt flexing to keep that core strong. And it releases so much pressure on that low back, which is fantastic. A suitcase row. I didn't go over this earlier. You grab your double weight, try to get as heavy as you can, sink low, and then the elbows pull straight up toward one another on the back. So this is good for those rhomboids and your serratus muscles behind your armpits. Then, our halos that we talked about, and then your standing oblique hinge. All right, so that's everything we're going through. Hopefully you feel all warmed up, ready to go. Pick your squat weight. We're gonna go 20 squats. All right, core strong, feet just outside the hips. Drop into it, and then press up using those glutes. You must use that core, and your range, honestly, is really up to you. Wherever you feel in charge of the low back, and wherever you can keep that work coming through the glutes. Chest stays tall. 10 more. Open those knees out with toes. 2 and 1. Whew. All right. Now we're going to hit up that figure 8. Grab something a little lighter, and you can use a dumbbell. We've done that before back in the day. You don't have to use a kettlebell. It is fun though, sometimes to use different equipment. Okay, sit back on those heels. Chest is lifted up, okay, but sit that butt. Here we go. Thread it through. This is a core exercise, so you got to focus there. 6, 7, slide those shoulder blades down. 9, 10, other way. Grab deep. Sit on those heels, feeling those legs from the squats. That's good. 5, 6, slide those shoulder blades down. Wrap that core. 9 and 10. Okay. Deadlifts are next. When you first lean over to pick it up, even if you have light weight, really feel that closed chain in the back. Heels set right underneath those hips. So back is flat already here. Make sure you're not rounding into it. Ready, set, and go. If you feel your upper middle back or your center back, that's good. Just not the low back. Grab around that core. We're doing 20 of these, and here's 10. Knees soften just a little. Make sure the chest is dropping forward. So as opposed to a squat, where the chest stays up and the hips drop down, now you want those hips to just push back and the chest to drop forward. Still keeping that back flat. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Now we have our halos, 10 each direction. So if you're using a bell, hold it on your horns like this in front of you. Then that first swing up and around. Settle those hips in, trying to keep your chest tall, core strong. Getting into that back, 10 each way. 7, make sure you get that elbow really high. 8, 9, 10, other way. Set those hips in. No neck. Tucking that tailbone under. 7, 8, just draw that halo around the head. And 10. Whew, that got heavy. Might be using my 18 next time. Whew, felt good though. Suitcase rows next. We're back to 20. You're going to kind of find that same hinge that you had with your deadlift, but we're just going halfway. So bend into the knees, chest comes forward, elbows pull up. Hopefully this feels heavy. 7, grab through that core. 6, squeeze those shoulder blades together. 7, come on, it's heavy for sure. Fight it. Get into it. 18, 19, 20. Whew. I didn't remind you, but as always, if your weight is lighter, you can keep chugging. Just keep those reps flying. You don't have to stay with my pace. Okay. Standing oblique crunch. I have those kettlebells either side. Here we go. Remember that back flat, that closed chain, shoulders backing down. Hinge to the left, draw it up. 2, 3. Chest stays really tall. 7. You're feeling that right side, doing most of the work. Other side. Kind of feels good, stretching through that side as well. 4. Push the chest forward, slide shoulders back and down. You still want to have your stack. Heels, hips, shoulders. Tuck that tailbone under. 8, 9, 10. All right. Taking a little second at the bottom. Grab a quick child's pose or downward facing dog. Feel those shoulder blades slide in. Maybe pedal those feet. Elbows lock under. Drop your knees onto the ground. Sit back on your heels. Twist to the left. Twist to the right. We're going to go with a little flexion here. An extension here. Okay, coming up. 20 squats at 2. Grab through that core. Get your feet set just outside the hips. Then we're going to sit back and down. 2, keep those knees lined with the toes. Set 2 feels so good. Body's woken up. Get into the work. Find that core. Drive through those glutes. 16. Keep knees lined with toes. Here's 20. Whew. All right. Figure 8 is next. All right, grab weight for your figure 8. Hinge those hips back and down, and then start swinging it around your first direction. 2. Set into that core. 3. Scan the body. This is a really good one to check in with. Make sure you have all the right connections. Feeling the work. 8. 9. 10. Other way. 2. Sit on those heels. Where's that core? Flatten through the back. 7. 9. And 10. And then we have our deadlifts. Stack those feet right underneath the hips. Open the chest, slide shoulder blades back and down. Remember, flat back, starting off with, elbows squeeze back behind you so they kind of hug in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. You don't have to tap the ground. You have to keep your upper back flat. You have to keep the core strong. 6. 8. Your core supports. Your glutes are doing the work. 10 to go. Really stick your butt out behind you. These are super good. Get your whole body stronger, more capable, less prone to injury. Here's 20. All right, halos. I'm gonna go down in weight. Could do those other ones. I probably need to drop reps a little. 10 one way, 10 the other. Slide those shoulder blades down the spine. Chest lifts. 5. Get that one elbow real high as the other one drops down. 8. 9. 10. Other way. Feel that core engage. Upper back, it's good for rotation in the core. 5. 6. Hold those hips steady. 9. 10. All right. That felt good. Okay, those suitcase rows. Be smart as you pick them up. Belly strong, hinge those hips back. Here we go. Focus on your back doing the work. 7. Squeeze between those shoulder blades. 14. 15. I need a break. Gonna get it. Here we go. Back flat. 9. 10. All right. Challenge. Find the challenge. Standing oblique crunch. Stand tall. Slide shoulders back and down. Hinge it over. Grab, flex to pull it up. Keep your neck out of it. 9, 10. Other side. 2, 3, 4. Hold that core strong. 6, 8, 9, 10. Front of the belly holding there, right? So we're not just focused on those obliques. Bring it down again. Hit another down dog. All right, third round. It's where the change is made. It's that one. We need to finish strong. All right, starting off with squats. Find that weight selection. We got our 20 reps. Knees out with toes. Core nice and strong. Sit it back. Feel those heels screw into the ground. Focus on your butt doing the work. 7. 10. Back stays tall and long. 5. Push through those hips, those glutes. 18, 19, 20. Figure 8. Find that hinge back. Belly strong. Here we go. Feel the hips slide back, the back flatten. If you're tucking under, the upper back's going to round. Bury that belly button back. 9. Definitely getting into the back too. Other way. Set in that core like you're in a plank position. Open the chest. Belly grabs. 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Deadlifts. Butt back. Back flat. Here we go. Just soft knees. Use those glutes to lift. 10. Focusing on those glutes. Take your brain to where you want the work to be. Don't forget about that core. Upper middle back flex. 18. Okay, hey those. Getting those hips set. Here we go. One elbow slides up, nice and high. 3, 4. Hopefully my hips staying set over the heels, shoulders over that. Belly button draws back, tucks up and in. Picked up a hair. Other side. Or other direction, I guess. 2, 3, check in with that neck. No neck. Feel that core engage. Use that back. 8, 9, 10. Woohoo! Suitcase row. All right. See how far I get. I just don't want to lose form. I really want it to stay. Those rhomboids, hinge forward. Here we go. I don't want to start bobbing my back. 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to take a break. Got my 10 done. Engage those shoulder blades down the spine. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pinch between those shoulder blades. Don't have the range, but I'm not rounding, and that's what I want. 3, 2, still feeling the back. 1. Wait. All right. Standing oblique crunch. We made it. All right. Grab, tuck. Here we go. Hinging from that mid back. So you feel the lengthening through that one side. And that's where you're grabbing to pull back up. 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5. 8, 9. Don't pull with that neck. 10. All right. All right. We are going to stretch from our back. Good job. Fantastic work. So start by hugging your right knee in to your chest. And then we're going to take that knee to the left, across the body, nice and slow. I don't know about you, I can feel my back. That's definitely, but in a good way, all that upper back. After our day 26, and then today, building some nice backs. keeping up with this muscle build. Back to center. Getting the body, the muscles. Okay, we're getting our figure 4 stretch. So see if you can get your elbow into that outside knee. Flex both feet and then hug in tight to your chest. So building the muscle strengthens your bones. So I'm not sure about you, but I get a day older every day. So keeping those bones healthy, strong, doing everything that I can to keep them from getting frail. And a huge part of that is putting your body under weights. Okay, stretch that leg up. Let's get that hamstring. We so well worked today. If you have a strap or a towel, you can also use that. Of course, nutrition and sleep are also really fantastic to keep your bones healthy and strong. And then your metabolism. So the more muscle that you build, then the more your body is working to maintain that muscle throughout the day. So your metabolism will be a little higher. It's actually tougher. Okay, extend that right leg long. Hug your left knee into the chest. It's tougher to maintain as much fat mass when you have more muscle mass. So something to kind of encourage you to lift up a little heavier weight if you can. Grab a few more reps if you can. We've been talking about the process, the journey, just showing up, but you've also got to do what maybe you don't feel like a couple times. So I wasn't really excited to pick up that 40-pound kettlebell for my squats, but it worked out well. Pick up something heavier, you also have to work everything else a little more as well, right? Your back, your core, foundation. So not only are you building more in the move, so glutes, hamstrings, quads for those squats, but I definitely had to feel my upper back, my core work a lot harder. Okay, drop your right foot, lift your left. So everything else that's going into play there end up working a lot harder through one move, like you did 3 moves, same amount of time. Stretching that hamstring, trying to keep your hip on the ground. Okay, rock and roll your way up to standing. We're going to hinge over those legs, getting our good old daily forward fold. How are you doing here? Getting any closer to the ground? I hope so. Take a little stretch up, twist a little bit for that back. Now the other way, twist. Grab your hands behind you, clasp, let your arms drop overhead. All right, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much. Please stay in touch. Keep me posted. How's everything going?